they'll screw up the brand new truck, and you'll buy it for $2,000 because they'll want some meth or something. He said, I figured that.
Has it happened yet?
Not yet.
Oh my God.
I said, I'm sure it will.
Oh my God.
But yeah, they all bought brand new platinum F-150s and all this crap.
How much money did they get from the?
I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. You'll have to ask Alex, but it's hilarious.
A platinum F-150 is like $100,000 now.
Yeah. They're $100,000 trucks they went and bought. Or maybe it was a thing of the will. They each got to pick a vehicle. I don't know what it was. They each got a new vehicle.
Sounds like they're just wasting money.
Yeah, well, apparently the grandmother owned the trailer park they were all living in or something. I don't know.
Well, Grandpa's gone. When's the next time you're gonna come to Chicago?
How about never?
It's the last time?
Nah, probably. He really liked you. Are you kidding? He sure did. Don't you remember he bought you the Star Wars thing from Legos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to convince him of that one.
Yeah, but
The
he did
Death
it.
Star.
Yeah.
I wonder how much that thing's worth now.
No, he always wanted to know how you were. I'd always bring pictures and stuff.
I wonder how much that Death Star's worth.
Don't know.
That thing's a collector's now. They've
Yeah.
done like four or five renditions. That was the first Death Star I think they ever made.
Mm-hmm. It's missing some pieces though.
Yeah, but some lady at the Lego store told me you can order missing,
that's good.
missing pieces if you lost pieces
like the
to
little,
a set.
the little things that come out.
I think that's the only thing I'm missing is those lasers.
Yeah.
So I get that then.
Yeah. I don't know what it'd be worth.
That's an OG. And it's in good condition. All the elevators work and all them string pulleys and all that. They all work.
Yeah.
That thing's probably worth some money, you think?
Yeah, it'll be worth more money the longer you hold on to it.
Yeah.
And I heard that now Legos are becoming collector items.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. Some of the little figurines are ultra rare because they only came part of one set.
Yeah, that's right.
Some long time ago.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Luke, I got the Han, the Stormtrooper variants, I got the Emperor. I mean, that's probably...
that thing came with a lot of stuff. I remember that. I can't believe you got it together.
Got the Obi-Wan. Yeah, we gotta get up early for this thing tomorrow, huh?
No, I do. You guys don't.
What do you mean?
I have to be there at 9:30.
What about us?
You have to be there till 11.
11?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you gotta be there so early?
Because I gotta go to the funeral home, they gotta close the casket, and then ride with them to the church. I don't know. This was a new one on me, but that's what they told me before I left. But you gotta work, we gotta work all summer. Because the buses do run in the summer.
Right. Well.
But I won't.
You won't?
No, I won't have to work in the summer because even if people take off and that, the buses are just going for summer school and they're usually in by, I don't know, noon or something. It's not a big deal in the summer. The summer they usually work on all them heaps.
When you gonna come visit us in Tennessee?
I don't know. Maybe in the summer, huh?
The summer?
Maybe we'll go to South Dakota or wherever Aunt Kathy was saying. Visit all the family there.
I don't want to do that.
South
It'd be
That's
fun.
Midwest.
Yeah, it's like bajillion.
Yeah, no, we went to Wisconsin to visit them before. It was all family and stuff.
I don't know.
That's
Mom's got a family reunion in Pennsylvania. She's
Oh, does she?
wanting us to go to. I was trying
Yeah.
to go, but oh my goodness, I got Vegas in June. I got a wedding to plan. I
Yeah.
don't know if I can make it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it would be driving because there's so many of us. It's like
Uh-huh.
over. Flying to Pennsylvania would be so expensive
Yeah.
for all of us. I don't know.
All of who?
Me, Alan, Charlotte, Mia, Joey,
Oh,
Mom. Oh my gosh, to do
yeah.
all of that, it would be $2,500 to fly.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, versus getting a minivan for renting. Oh,
Hmm.
I don't know if we're gonna make it. I hate it because I know like her mom, Grandma Sandy, really wants to see us, but
Yeah.
oh man, I'm like, you can
She's
just make
gotta
it.
be old. Old
She is,
cow.
yeah. If she can just make it to the wedding in April,
Yeah.
like, ooh, yeah. I don't know. That's a lot.
I mean,
That's too much time away from work.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think Mom would be too upset
Yeah.
about it. I don't know.
Yeah, see, that's your deal. That's why it's good to work for a school board. You do get time off.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's so funny?
Ah, I was just thinking. Yeah. They used to make everybody mad. Yeah, oh, Christmas is coming up. Well, I'll be off for 2 weeks. How about you guys?
Alan was trying to get me going to the Breitling store today.
The what?
The Breitling store?
Never heard of it.
Breitling? You never heard of Breitling?
No.
It's that really fancy watch brand.
Never heard of
Super expensive watches.
it. Yeah.
He's like, there's watches in there. I'm like, it's a Breitling. Breitling. The cheapest watch is probably 10 grand.
Yeah, but Rolex is more. Maybe got a Rolex.
Did she? A gold? Something
I don't know
gold?
what it is. It's a Rolex watch. She showed it to me. I know if it's a Rolex, it's at least 10 grand.
No.
Oh yeah.
They got cheap Rolexes.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. They got Rolexes that are like 2-3 grand.
No.
Yeah.
But she's funny. She wanted that stupid Mercedes. She's on her second one. And after the first one, because she tried to keep it past 100,000 miles. That did not work out very well. One time the catalytic converters went out, and they had to take the body off the frame of the car or something to put them in, because that's how Germans do things. And that was real expensive. What I told Phil to do was find a good welder, and he did. And he took the new exhaust system and cut it into pieces and put it in piece by piece, and then had a good welder weld it all up when it was in the car. So he didn't have to take the body up, but it was still real expensive. But that's how Europeans do it. Can't buy the catalytic converter, you gotta buy the whole exhaust. Put the whole exhaust on, you gotta take the body off. Stupid. And then he had a leak in a fuel line. It was like a 39-cent fuel line. It was like 13 hours to remove the frame and the gas tank and everything to get to it. Because that's how stupid the Europeans are. That's why I would never buy it. once they start breaking, it's gonna cost you $1 million for something that's simple. If that was a Ford, you could buy just a catalytic converter and it would bolt in. But oh no, not on a Mercedes,
Yeah.
and not on a BMW either.
Knock on wood, mine.
Those European cars is like
Well,
going to the moon.
It's guaranteed though. Your catalytic converter's gonna go out. They all do. You know.
I mean,
What else was wrong? What else happened? Oh, all that plastic got real brittle too. I don't know how old that Mercedes. It was Maylee's car, and then he gave it to his daughter. And what started? Oh, like the coolant jar would break. It would just shatter because it was plastic, and after a while, it'd get hot and get brittle, and it would shatter. And like the part was like $400. Whereas if it was a Ford, it would have been 25. You know.
I know
That's why I don't like European cars.
they're dumb. But I wish Phil would have let me go shooting with him more often. He didn't ever. You know,
Well, he'll let you go shooting with him now.
What do you mean now?
He's got a membership. He retired, so the first thing he did is took a membership out at a
Skeet shoot.
gun range.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. Now he was always working 6 days a week when he had Maylee's.
Well, you would always tell me, "Oh, I just got back from the range with Phil." I'm like, "Why didn't I get an invite?"
I'm sure you could have. No, it wasn't a range. He'd take me out to Bradford T.
Yeah, Ralph
Because
T,
he
whatever
would
it
need
was.
help putting up his tree stand and this and that, and then he'd let me shoot at some targets. But it was always because he needed help.
Well, we went shooting, and I was.
That was at Wendell's house. Yeah. Yeah, that's when I said, you gotta teach him how to handle guns. And he did.
Joey
But
wants a gun. I can
that-
tell.
Huh?
You want a gun?
He's got one.
I've got one.
What kind of gun do you have?
We've talked about this.
It's a Glock.
It's a Glock.
Oh gosh.
You don't need that.
Hmm?
They allow that in Tennessee?
Probably.
Yeah, it's the South.
I don't have a gun. I have no desire to own a gun.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, no.
Do you have a gun, Dad?
No,
No.
I
Dad
drink
would
too
never
much
have one.
to own a gun.
Yeah, I don't want a gun. I don't want Charlotte to open something and be like, "What's
Yeah.
this?" You know, like.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Jacob tried to bring a gun into the apartment. I said, "No, why?
Yeah.
We live in Hickson.
Yeah.
What is
No
ever
point.
gonna happen here?"
Yeah.
I just have one for sport. I mean, I like this shit.
That's good. Like Jacob was getting one because he thought the end of the times was coming, and this was Donald Trump's first time in
Mm-hmm.
office, and
They
I thought
pick
they
the
were gonna
crappiest
do-
candidates they can.
at least it wasn't Kanye West.
I'd rather vote for Kanye. Honestly, at least Kanye would like. I don't know. At least it'd
Kanye.
be. At least
Who's
it'd be
that?
entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
but she was stupid.
who?
Who?
Kamala?
Yeah. Yeah.
It
she
doesn't
just-
matter.
She
Dad.
get up there and but she wouldn't say anything.
No,
What are you
she
gonna
wouldn't.
do about this?
Even all those.
She didn't have a clue
No,
what she
I
was
know,
gonna
I
do
know.
about anything.
So it was Alan and I were kind of talking about this, like after Trump, you know, it was announced or whatever. She had like a whole courtyard. Well, I say courtyard, but whole convention set up for her to go and speak after the president election. And obviously, it was announced, you know, Trump won and all this. These people were standing out in the frigid cold temperatures, waiting for her speech. She never showed up. Not even like the lost speech.
The concession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She never even came to do that.
Why would she? It's over.
Well,
I mean, but to pay respects of the
you
people
gotta
who
be gracious,
supported
and
you.
you gotta congratulate
Yeah.
the other candidate, and you gotta thank everybody.
I think
And
Hillary.
that doesn't mean you can't run again.
Yeah.
I think Hillary
You know?
did the same thing
Um,
because she was like, I heard that her team they had like bottles of champagne, like
no.
they thought they
Oh,
had it in
yeah.
a bag.
Well, no.
They were caught so off
But
guard.
Trump was another goof because when he lost, he said, "I didn't lose." Oh no, they rigged all the ballots. I won. He was an idiot too.
The
He
difference,
never-
yeah, but the difference is like the people in that like cult of Trump, they actually believe that.
Yeah.
You know how many people I know that are
Yeah.
fully convinced that that whole election
Oh.
was rigged? No way Trump could have lost.
Oh,
They
I
think
just
this
saw a
most
video
recent
of a kid
election was
recording his mom, and he goes, "Mom, what do you think about these tariffs?" And she was like, "What about them?" He's like, "Yeah, they finally got implemented. What do you think about it?" And she's like, "I blame Joe Biden and Kamala Harris." And I was just like,
That's the
"What
thing.
in the world?"
That's the thing. That's why I can't be like take politics seriously, because no one can be honest. Like if Kamala had won and what was going on right now would be going on, their minds would be exploding.
Mm-hmm.
They would be saying every negative thing under the book.
They crucify her.
They would crucify her, right? But Trump's
Yeah.
in office. Oh, I mean, trust the plan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The economy's gonna get better.
Yeah. I mean, we might
He's
go
just-
through
he's
hell
just
for we might go through hell for
outlandish.
10 years, but it'll be good. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you didn't realize, Dad, Joey and I's generation have
No
just
one-
the biggest disadvantage since the Great Depression. I don't know what
That's
generation that was, but we are not
That was
set up
Grandpa's
for.
generation.
Yeah, we are not set up for success. It don't matter if I get up and go to work every single day and work hard. I mean, I guess I could eat out a little less, but I do not see home ownership in my near future, like at all. Or shoot, expanding my family. Gosh, kids, childcare. Do you know how much I paid for Charlotte to go to daycare?
Wow.
Like $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you went to Mr. Kenny's
Yeah,
school
I'm like,
and
how
had
much?
had lice all the time because your mother wasn't about to pay it.
They would make us clean rodent droppings out.
Yeah.
The health department would be coming and they'd be like, clean it. They'd give me a bottle of bleach.
Them
Yeah.
ghetto
With paper,
teachers.
they'd have me
Yeah.
clean and bleach with
It
paper
was-
towels,
it was
and it
so-
was like smoking when I was wiping it up. I was
It
like,
was-
whoa! And
it
I
was-
thought it was a
it was-
experiment. And I was like, wow, if you put paper towels on bleach, it smokes.
It was so good when they opened the daycare at the school because Joey got to go there and he
Not
didn't-
me.
No, you didn't, but he didn't come home with lice ever again.
Not me. I had to go through the whole shebang.
Yeah.
And I had to pluck, if I got in trouble at Cup City, you know what I had to do? I had to pluck the black hairs off of Miss Karen's chin.
Oh,
tweezers.
God, damn.
She would.
They were
She'd
so
be yelling
ghetto,
at me
they
in
could get-
Hispanic, like I don't know what the heck she was saying, but
Yeah.
she'd have her tweezers there. She's like sticking her chin out to me. I'm like, oh
And
no.
I was friends with her fat son.
Junie, and he
Yeah,
sat on me
Junie.
one time, and I literally they would not let me up. I was thinking I was gonna die from the suffocation.
Yeah, Goonie. What's his name?
Junie.
Junie. Yeah. Junie.
Yeah.
Look at the difference between our side of the country, Florida, and here. On this building we were in last night, it says Immigration and Customs Enforcement or Border Patrol agents may not do not have consent to enter this household unless
Yeah,
they
he
have
already
a
showed us.
valid judicial
we know.
warrant.
We know.
In Florida, the governor called all the sheriffs in and said, you spot a Hispanic, you find out if they belong here. That's just walking down the street.
Yeah. Like citizens are supposed to check green cards.
I'm telling you. No, they're all screaming. You know, the people are driving to work and stuff, and the cops are got roadblocks up. This is up in northern Florida, and anybody who's Hispanic, no, I don't want your license. I want to see your immigration papers.
Like
and all
they're
this
carrying
crap.
that on me on the daily.
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
at home.
That's crazy.
Oh Lord, that's really something. But yeah, I didn't think it would ever come to that.
Kiana lived you
Yeah.
literally go over the train tracks. It was like the second street on the right.
Yeah.
She had a duplex there. It was a 3-bed, 2-bath, huge. She paid like $575 for this place. I was like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, like that is very, very cheap.
Yeah, but see, Sherman graduated Sebring High and he can't read.
Oh.
You didn't know Sherman couldn't read? He can't.
No, I didn't know he couldn't read.
No,
I'll
He
teach
can barely.
him.
What do you mean? He can barely talk.
That's
Sherman
true
could
too.
read.
No, he can't read, but he graduated. But
Where does
I-
he work?
He doesn't work. He hasn't worked for like a decade.
Yeah. When he did work,
whatever he
What
got.
does he do?
he worked for
He plays the
Bowden's.
lottery.
Yeah.
He buys Powerball tickets.
How does he get Powerball tickets?
He asked me for money. I would
You
pull up.
laugh.
He hustles.
You laugh,
Yeah,
but
he's
he
a
he
hustler.
will win
man.
the lottery, and then you'll be like, Sherman, my man.
I know, because you know what? Because every once in a while, I would pull up to the house and I'd see Sherman. He's like, let me get a couple dollars, $2. That's what it
Yeah.
costs to play Powerball.
Yeah.
Let me get a couple dollars.
What does he eat? Do you feed him?
No.
He come to the door and ask for bread once.
Oh
in a
yeah,
while.
he does that all the time.
You know.
Can I get some
Or,
bread? So I get him some
yeah.
bread. You know.
Yeah. You give him a few slices of bread.
Yeah,
He
he'll-
goes, sure.
he'll-
You're saying it like he's in bed. Oh my god! If I was there, I'd be like, steaks on Friday, Sherwin or
Yeah.
Sherman. We're cooking
Yeah.
steaks.
But you don't understand. Like, okay, last summer I had a bunch of the girls from Yogi's in the pool. Okay, and we're all swimming and stuff, and they all bring beer.
Yeah.
And they see Sherman, he's sitting out there looking all dejected. So they're, oh, come on over here, have a beer. Well, the next thing I know, Sherman stays all day, and he's going to leave, and he's got like 5 beers in his pockets.
Yeah.
Trying
that
to leave.
Sounds about right.
And I'm like, and I told the girls, that's why you don't invite him. Now he's stealing your beer.
That sounds like me. Like I need road beers, even though it's just a fast
Oh,
food.
he would do it with everything. You
Yeah.
pull in,
But
like,
I
let me
told
get
him.
a couple dollars.
I
okay,
told him
sure.
you don't want to, encourage him because he will. If you invite him, he'll do it.
He'll
Yeah. He
overstay his welcome.
Yeah.
he waits until you invite him, and then.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, I always like anytime he asked for money, I would do it. You know what I mean? It was just like change in my car. I always have change in my car. I
Yeah.
never use it. So he would ask me for a couple dollars. All right, let me get the quarters. You know, count out
You
a couple
couldn't
dollars.
even give him a dollar bill.
I'd never have cash. All I had was the change. But I would give it to Sherman. Sherman would ask for it, and I know what it's going to. If you walk in the room, if you ever walk in that room, there's stacks of lottery tickets.
Why does he
Stacks.
keep
They're like all over the place.
Is he like
A stack here, a
studying
stack
his
here, a
numbers?
no.
Yeah, maybe.
He just,
Who
he
knows?
just
I don't
keep,
know what
no,
he's
no, no.
doing.
He just keeps playing it. He plays. There's there's got to be thousands
But see,
of lottery
He's
tickets.
eligible for Social Security because I saw the letter and I had to read it to him.
But that opening up people's mail again.
No.
How much were they going to give him for social?
I don't remember. No, it just said you're 62 now. If you want, you can get your Social Security. I said, Sherman, it's that office right down there. I go down there.
It's literally down the street.
Yeah. What did
To
he
the
say?
left.
What did he say?
Well, I'm gonna do that, But I think now they won't. They
Why?
won't let you in there. Nah, they cut it. I think you gotta do everything on the internet
Why
now.
are you helping
No.
me on the internet?
Yeah.
I was just in there, like,
Why was you at
for-
the Social Security office?
because I had clients. I drove clients to the Social Security office
Yeah.
trying to get their
Well,
stuff figured out.
if you wanna get, well, you've at least got to make an appointment in advance. I know you can't come through the door anymore.
Well, you got to help him with that, Dad. He needs that money.
Yeah.
He needs that
He
money.
might be able to get him a little efficiency apartment or like affordable housing.
No, he's not gonna do that.
But he's gonna spend
He's-
it all on lottery.
Yeah.
I mean, if he had the money, yeah, he probably would.
No, that's what he does do. If he gets money, he buys a lottery. And he buys beer.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I'm
he
just
don't buy
saying.
no food.
I'm just saying
he-
for his sake, like he'd probably
Lynn
stop
used
asking.
to give him, she'd go to the food bank and all the crap that she didn't want, the refried beans and all that BS. She'd give him to Sherman.
No, but I'm just saying, like, if he went and got he'd probably spend a lot of it on the lottery, but at
Is
least
his
he'd
mom
probably.
still alive?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Aw.
She showed up at my door one
That's what I
time.
remember you telling me.
Wanted to see her son, so I pointed her out back. I figured she'd take him with her, but she didn't.
Aw.
He made friends with that neighbor guy.
Jake, yeah, but Jake got mad at him.
Why?
Because
He wouldn't work.
well, that and, I don't know, something happened. They
I'm
went
surprised
to they went to a beach or something, and Sherman got drunk and started calling people honkies and all this other shit,
Oh,
and starting a bunch of
gosh.
stuff. And Jake was mad, and he said, "Man, you gotta do." He says, "I got him a job. All you had to do was go in and do it, and he wouldn't do it." I'm like,
Aw.
that's Sherman, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess so.
You know what?
But yeah, that was Sherman.
Yeah. Well, I think I'm gonna have Sherman help me put up a new fence.
Yeah.
What I think I'll do is I'll move it half a foot out from where the fence is and erect a new one right there and then take the old one down after I got a new one up there.
Right.
Yeah. Because that way code enforcement won't mess with me. Cause they won't know it's.
Are you gonna be willing to spend some money on some new panels, or?
Yeah. First, I'm having the floor redone where all them dogs ruined my rug. Stupid dog.
They were good though.
I couldn't walk in the house without being barked.
Yeah, they're real territorial, Dad. That's how they are.